These are good when you're hungry. Hey everybody, it's Nikki here and I am back. I'm back. All right, let me not be all hype because I don't want to go on another hiatus. I promise y'all I'm gonna try to be consistent because a lot of my subscribers have attacked me in my DMs on Instagram like, when are you gonna make another YouTube video? We wanna know what's going on. We wanna update. So here's an update, y'all. Real quick before I go into what the topic is today, which is places to live in LA. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people have been reaching out to me asking me for good places that they should look into that they can live at in LA. So I'm gonna just make a video so that way I can just redirect everybody to this video because I feel like it's getting redundant and I just keep answering the same question. So obviously this video is needed. But I just want to update you guys on my life and what's going on in my life. Basically, okay, so where do I start? Basically, I just recently lost my father a few weeks ago to prostate cancer. He's been battling it for, he was battling it for 3 years. And it's still difficult. It really hits me like waves. Like sometimes I'm good and then other times it's like I'm drowning. Like if that makes sense. Like when you're in the ocean and you get hit with a wave and it's just like catch you off guard. That's really how it is. Like I just feel like sometimes I just get caught off guard by like a big wave. So it's still painful, especially because Father's Day is coming up this weekend. And living out in LA, I've grown really close to both of my parents. I've always called them and depended on them a lot since I've been out here. So now that I only have one parent to depend on, it just feels weird. I feel like a void is missing. I don't even feel like it's real until I think it's going to start feeling real like months on end where I'm just not hearing from my dad. Like right now it just feels like he's on vacation or something, but it's still very painful. And I think that's a part of why I haven't been on YouTube as much anymore, because I have been dealing with that. I was very depressed last year, dealing with just the fact that I didn't know when the time was going to come, but I knew that my dad was going to pass because his cancer wasn't getting any better. And I just felt like God didn't give me any peace about my dad surviving cancer. If anything, I always felt like his time was going to end on this earth, but I just didn't know when. And that's why I flew home so much. I flew home like every month just about for the last 6 months. So it's just been very hectic in my life because of that. I also was in a long distance relationship last year that did not last that long. Clearly they are not meant for me, but it's not even the long distance that really tore us apart. It was a lot of different factors. It was the fact that I was depressed that my dad was dying from cancer. Also depressed because I wasn't really in the right place financially. So a lot of the times that would affect my mood because it's just hard struggling and then having to rely on your parents, and then one of your parents is sick and you kind of want to be able to do more for them and not really go to them with your problems. So that's a lot of the things that I was dealing with last year. My ex was going through stuff too, so it just wasn't meant for us to be together, and we kind of just went our separate ways. I am so much, I can't say I'm so much happier single, because I do enjoy being single, but am I happy because I'm single? Not really. I wouldn't say that my status really matters right now because I'm dealing with so much. I don't think that I can be in a place where a relationship would be something I would get into right now, because I just feel like I'm just too emotionally, like, it's just too much going on in my life right now. I'm still grieving, and I'm just trying to get things together, and I'm just trying to just, you know, get back on track basically. So relationships is just not something I'm really thinking of right now. Perhaps sometime in the near future, maybe, I don't know. We'll just have to see. But until then, y'all, please keep me in y'all prayers. Definitely reach out to me. I love hearing from my subscribers. Y'all guys are cool. Excuse me, I'm hungry. I'm eating pizza rolls because I ain't eating nothing else all day, so don't judge me. I ain't feel like cooking. I'm gonna have to make a video on depression because that's a part of what I'm going through right now. It's hard for me to cook. I just don't be feeling in the mood to cook, but I have to eat. So I have been ordering out a lot. But that's why I got these pizza rolls, because it's cheaper than ordering out. So this is a struggle meal right here. But at least I'm eating, right? Right? So, hold on, let me start chewing. That's another thing, y'all. I'm very greedy. Probably eat this whole plate while I'm on camera. Anyways, so I'm gonna get into it about places to live in LA because, well, enough with the sob story stuff. I don't want to, you know, this is not what we're talking about today, so I just want to talk about something more lively. Okay, so if you're in the entertainment industry and you're moving out here to pursue acting, music, dancing, art, whatever, I believe the Valley is like one of the greatest places to live in Los Angeles because it's close to a lot of the things that you need to be close to. Basically, like all the, say if you're an actor, all the stages and places that you'll have auditions typically will be in Hollywood. Yeah, like areas like that, Burbank. Like most of my auditions take place in the Valley. So I would suggest if you're coming out here to pursue acting and doing auditions and stuff like that, you should live in the Valley. So some of the places in the Valley that I would suggest would be Burbank, but it's kind of pricey depending on what your price range is, but it's safe and it's really, really close to like Universal Studios. It is a nice area. It's not really considered Los Angeles like that. Burbank is kind of considered its own county, but it's still considered the Valley, one of the Valley areas. Another place is like North Hollywood. It's more affordable and it's close to Burbank too. We have Hollywood, we have Van Nuys, we have Reseda, and all those places are in the Valley and they're more affordable places. They're not like suburby-ish, like, you know, Burbank is kind of like the suburbs. So North Hollywood, Van Nuys, Reseda, and what other place did I say? Hollywood are places that's like more affordable. Hollywood might not be as affordable, but then you might be able to find some places that are. The thing about Hollywood is that there's a lot of homeless people there, and it can be pretty dirty depending on where you live, and it's noisy, it's busy all the time, so you might not really like it. But it's convenient if you don't have a car. It'd probably be best to live in Hollywood because it's like close to all the public transportation and stuff like that. Another place that's probably a little bit pricey and it's kind of in Hollywood but not in Hollywood, it's called Los Feliz, and that's a really nice area to live in, close to everything. Other places is like Glendale, which is kind of out of Los Angeles. Another place that's like an outskirt, but it's kind of pricey too. It's close though. You just have to get on the freeway. Just about anywhere you have to get on the freeway in LA, but Glendale's a little bit further out. I currently live in North Hollywood. I've been up and down Los Angeles, and North Hollywood has been the most convenient for me. I've lived in other places in the Valley, like Woodland Hills, which is another pricey place. Most celebrities live there. So you can already tell that that might not be what you're looking for, depending on your budget. Unless you balling like that. I wasn't balling like that to live in Woodland Hills. So yeah, Woodland Hills, it was really nice, but it's also far too. Took me like almost an hour all the time to get to auditions. Really annoying. Another place is Canoga Park. That's more affordable. That was the first place I lived in Los Angeles when I moved out here. It was affordable, but no disrespect to anybody that lives in Canoga Park. It's kind of ghetto, so I didn't really like it like that, but it is affordable. Other places that's a little bit farther out but maybe more affordable are Granada Hills, Northridge. Northridge is like a place where a lot of college students live too, so it is convenient when it comes to like restaurants, supermarkets, stuff like that. But it is farther out, so if you don't have a car, it would be harder to get around, and it would take longer to get to auditions. But it's nice. It's a really nice area. A lot of young folks, probably meet a lot of people. Sorry, I need another bite of this before it gets cold. What other places? Those are the main places that I would suggest anybody that's moving out here for the entertainment industry. Just do your research. Just base everything off of what your budget is, and then do your research around that. So if your budget is like, say if you're moving out here by yourself and you're not trying to spend no more than $1,000 for rent, because rent is pricey, then you should do your research for certain areas. Like I would say Van Nuys, North Hollywood, you may be able, in Canoga Park, you may be able to find something in that price range, $1,000 per month, for like a studio, maybe a small junior bedroom or something like that. But it really just depends. And if you're looking for roommates, I really can't give you any suggestions on that, because I don't want to tell anybody to go on Craigslist because it's dangerous. I've heard of some good things happening from that, but I just don't want to be the one to send anybody to Craigslist, because I personally haven't met any roommates from Craigslist. My current roommate is my best friend from home. Been friends with her since I was like real young, like 10 or something. But what else? And all my other roommates were like people I knew, so I can't really say that I know how you would be able to find a roommate. I can't really help people on that. A lot of people ask me that too, but I'm not really sure. I also lived in a studio last year. I'm living in a 2-bedroom now. I also lived in a studio last year. It was like $950 to live there. It didn't include utilities or whatever, but it was pretty spacious for somebody that was just by themselves. So the kitchen was separate. It was just like this one big room. So yeah, it was not bad at all. So it is possible to find things under $1,000, but you just have to look really hard. Also, the best time to move is not in the summertime, because a lot of people are moving in the summertime, especially students. So I would think the best time would probably be the fall, like October, November, or like winter time. So that's all I have for you guys right now. I'm just gonna keep it short. Probably wasn't that short. It's like 15 minutes. Yikes, sorry. But I'm so glad to be back. I will be back with some more content, some even better things coming your way. So stay tuned. And thanks so much, you guys, for just being patient with me and staying loyal. I love you. Bye. My dog is looking at me like, I want one. You're really looking at me, y'all.